welcome back to number 5 of our Crocktober crockpot meals. That was a mouthful. Anyway, this week it's all about desserts. So I have 4 desserts for you that were all done in the crockpot. The first one I just want to make a note of. The only couple of things that you're going to need for it is a 21-ounce pie filling. Now I used blueberry, but since I have 2 cake mixes left over, I went ahead and picked up some apple for apple dump and a strawberry for a strawberry dump. You can use whatever you want. Peaches, there's all sorts of them out there. Just check the baking aisle. And so along with that you'll need 1 box of yellow cake mix, a ½ cup of butter, and if you want you can put walnuts on top. I don't think I did that, but it's optional. And then the other 3, I'm going to surprise you, so let's get going and start baking. Today we're making a super simple blueberry dump cake. The first thing I'm going to do is melt the butter, and we're going to take a can of blueberry pie filling and we're going to put that in the bottom of the crock pot. I am using a liner for easier cleanup, but that's personal preference. Now after we melt the butter, we're going to take a yellow cake mix. It can be any brand you like, and you put that in with the butter and mix it all together. Now the butter and cake mix is all incorporated, we're going to go ahead and break it up, sprinkle it over top of the blueberry, and then I'm going to top mine with some walnuts. But that is optional. You can use any sort of nuts that you like or any other toppings you would like to put on there. We're going to cook this for 2.5 hours on low. Alright, we're setting our timer. Now I took this next door for dessert for everybody. We were having dinner over there. But here's a quick picture that Big Daddy took with his phone. It was absolutely delicious. Here are our ingredients minus the milk. I didn't have that out at this time. So the first thing I'm going to do is spray the crock pot. We're going to open up 1 can of biscuits and cut into each biscuit into quarters and save the icing. And as we quarter these, we're going to put them in the bottom of the crock pot. Then we're going to mix the rest of the ingredients and then pour them over the first layer of cinnamon rolls. Now we've got all that in there, we're going to go ahead and open up our second can of biscuits, and we're going to again quarter them all. Put them back in the, or put them in the crock pot on top of the first layer. Now we're going to add 1 package of icing on the top of this and cook it on low for 2–2.5 hours. Okay, now the time's up. We'll go ahead and add the second round of icing on top. Serve warm. It was really good. Big Daddy said it tasted like monkey bread. I've never had that before, so I don't know, but this is what it looked like in the crock pot. And this is how it looked on the plate. It was really good. Today we're making one of my favorite desserts in this grouping. So if you try anything, I don't know, they're all good, but this one, I don't know, I was kind of excited about, and it did taste so good. So first of all, we're going to melt some butter, and then we're going to drain the juice from the pineapples, and then add water to make enough for whatever your cake mix calls for, and use the pineapple juice diluted maybe with a little water instead of plain water for your cake mix. We're going to add some brown sugar to the butter. I apologize if you hear cars. I have the windows open today. It's so beautiful outside. Hopefully there's not too many. So we're going to mix the melted butter along with the sugar. We're going to pour this into the bottom of the slow cooker and then add the pineapples and put the cherries in the center of each pineapple. Now we're going to mix up the cake mix with the ingredients on the box, except substituting the pineapple juice for the water. And then we're going to pour this over our pineapple cherry butter sugar mixture. We're going to cook this for 2.5 to 3 hours, or until the toothpick comes out of the cake clean. Then you just let it cool and then turn it over, and this is what you have. Absolutely beautiful, and can I say delicious. Here's Big Daddy serving this up.
Say when now.
Yeah.
You sure you're gonna put my words and all in this video? Or
No, it's gonna be song. There'll be music.
Good?
Yep, perfect.
This one's mine.
Oh. First thing we're going to do for our pecan pie is brown the pecans in the oven, and you put them in there for 5 minutes. And now pecans are out of the oven. We're going to go ahead and put the liner into the crock pot. Now I'm using my Instant Pot on the crock pot setting. I do not suggest doing this because Instant Pots only heat from the bottom, whereas crock pots heat all the way on the sides too. So I found when this was cooking on the slow cooker setting on high that the pastry wasn't cooking around the edge. So I ended up transferring it to an oval crock pot, and I finished it off that way. So after we get all the pecans crumbled up, we're going to go ahead and mix all the other ingredients to pour them into the pie crust. So we'll put the pie crust in here, and the important part now is to push against the top of the crust all the way around so it doesn't slump down into the pie when it's cooking. Now we have everything mixed up. We're going to pour this into the pie shell. And I'll show you here in just 1 second what it looks like in there before I get it cooking. Now this cooks on high for 3 hours. And this was our finished plates. I had mine with whipped cream. You can do it with ice cream. You can have it plain. Either way. Big Daddy is a bit finicky with his pecan pie, and he'd love this one. So there you go. I hope you give it a try. Well, I hope you enjoyed baking in the crock pot for this last week of Crocktober. And if you made it to the end of the video, please leave me a fruit emoji, any fruit, your fruit of choice. So I will see you again next Monday for another Menu Monday. I hope y'all have a fantastic week, and I hope you're having a safe Halloween. Bye, guys.